Hello my lovelies, so this is Lizzie from Love from Lizzie, and today I am bringing you the Love from Lizzie September 2022 Super Card Kit. For those of you that are new to Love from Lizzie, my business is now 6 years old. It's our 6th birthday in just over a week. I do a super card kit as sort of a thank you to all of my subscribers, because I really squish as much as I possibly can within this kit to make it a super card kit at no extra cost for subscribers. If you do subscribe with this kit, you will get it at a subscription price, so you will get yourself a really good deal. You can obviously still buy this standalone, however it is slightly more this month than it usually is because there are so many more products involved. This video is coming a little bit late due to not managing to get my manufacturing done in time for release, which would have usually been on the 13th. However, this morning I have received my samples, so I am able to release, and the design teams have got their kits, so they're all on their way. This won't impact shipping. The card kit will be coming out as of the 1st of September. We do say that we take up to 5 working days to completely ship. However, we do try to do it as quickly as humanly possible because I can remember as a subscriber to many card kits that I'm always very keen to get it yesterday. So we will be getting these out to you as soon as we can. Now, shipping is up to date. Sue and Amy are doing really well. I haven't really got any other updates, and I think, to be honest, you're here just to see the super card kit this month, and this is what you're going to get. It is the full bloom super card kit. There are 2 bags. This is to protect the product. I appreciate it may look like a lot of plastic, however, we do this just to make sure that all of your products that travel all the way around the world to some of you get to you in one piece without being damaged. So you have an A4, and I am going to unbox this in the way that we usually would. I'm going to start with the cardstock so that you've got an idea of the colour palette and work my way through. So to start, there are 5 sheets of American letter A2, 5 sheets of American letter cardstock, which can be split either lengthways or widthways to make card bases. So you've got the facility to make 10 card bases if you're happy using coloured cardstock. We've got this really lovely bright pink, we've got an ivory, a really pretty jade green, a white which is actually alcohol marker friendly, and then a really lovely navy colour as well. So they're the 5 sheets of cardstock. We have got a brand new pin, and this is mink with gold overlay. It's a really nice contrast colour. There's a lot of strong colours in this kit, a lot of white and a lot of strong. So I thought I'd pop something in that would just give it that little bit of pop. And the mink is almost like a nude colour. So, and with the gold, it's just a nice little bit of shine. The stamp set this month, because it is a super kit, is 6 by 8 inches. So it's a really lovely big stamp set. I'm just going to try to hold that so that you don't get any glare. So let me talk you through it. The images coordinate with the collection that the kit is, the full bloom collection, and the sentiments here, we've got this one really lovely big happy, and then we have lots of little words. Now we've tried to cover off as many different sentiments as possible. So we have happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy day, and then we have a, so have a happy birthday, or have happy wishes, happy thoughts, and then we have sending, so sending happy thoughts, sending happy wishes, birthday wishes. So there is various permutations. We did start to write them all out and I got my head bent up, so but there is lots and lots of different ways that you can combine these separate words into making some really nice sentiments. And these stamped images, there's a few of them of this lovely hydrangea bloom. There's 2 different sizes, and also of this, it's almost like a leaf, but it could be coloured up to be a bloom as well, and there's 2 of that one as well, and then just some nice larger ones and a lovely big bloom down here. So that's the stamp set this month. Also in the A4 you have a stencil, and the shape of this made me think of hydrangea blooms. So It's a 6x6 stencil, and it is one that you can shift and repeat, as it were. So that's there. And then we have the patterned paper. So it's a 6x6 pack, and because it's a super kit, it is a 24 sheet pack of patterned paper. So there are 12 designs, single-sided, and you get 2 of each that way. So you've got these really lovely striking colours. Just try and cover up some of this glare here. This is a really pretty one, it's just black and white, but you'll see when you see the ephemera why I thought that would be really pretty to include. And this is also the same design as this stamp. So you've got the facility to colour up your stamp and then use that over this paper. So, and equally, this will also be coloured on really nicely. And we've got some nice branches, a repeating pattern with some hydrangea and almost ivy. A very simple leaf design. This has got some geometric shapes there, a circle, dotted circle and a triangle with some sprigs. This is like a eucalyptus floral. And here you've got a frame with like a muted eucalyptus in the background and another frame with a tiny weeny muted hydrangea background. These lovely bits, this is the pink bloom that I'm sure Christy in particular is going to be very keen on, with the leaves in the background. And here are some zoomed in, so really busy paper that's lovely and big, so that will be a real centerpiece, and the same with the leaves. And then you have a complete repeat of all of these through, so you get 2 sheets of each, so you can afford to use one and keep one, which tends to be what I like to do. I like to hoard my pretty papers. So that is what's in the A4. And then you've got the embellishment bag. And I don't think we've actually ever done an embellishment bag this big before, but it was kind of necessary. So we have Nouveau Mica Mist. So there are balls in there, as you can hear. Give it a real good shake before you go. I am going to spray this off screen into a box. In fact, I'll pull it on screen and I'll show you. Excuse my spray box. But once you can hear the balls rattling around and you haven't got any sediment at the bottom, you can go. And depending on how hard you press is how fine the spray will come. Whenever you've used these, wipe it. I mean, in the ideal world, you'd use a kitchen towel or a piece of paper, because the mica can build up there and then it will block the nozzle the next time you come to use it. So that's a full-size bottle of the Mica Mist, and it's called Beryl Swirl, but it's a very neutral tone, but it's got a really, really lovely shine when it dries back. Let's carefully put that on the floor. So it's almost like an aqua-y, greeny, bluey colour, but it's, again, a really nice complement into the colours in the kit. We've also got a really lovely big hydrangea embossing folder. So snipping part of this out, or if you wanted to do a 6x6 card. I really like these oversized dies and embossing folders at the moment. I think they're really nice because you can have them sort of coming on halfway off the card. Or even, you know, if you emboss this much of it and then you fussy cut around it a little bit and then you can put it over the stencil or some of the pattern paper. And I think it would look really striking. And then all you have to do is some very simple ink blending and you've got a really unusual looking card there. Okay, so we have ephemera. This ephemera pack has 30 pieces. So oodles and oodles for you to play with. I will run through them. You get one of each design, but there's that really pretty bloom with some watercolour, and hydrangea arrangement. And this is it. So these are all flowers, because you've got all these lovely sentiments in the stamp set to be able to create whatever sort of greeting it is that you want. I kept the ephemera purely for really nice designs, and they're really lovely and thick. They are like cardstock pieces of ephemera, and They're all different designs. So you've got some that are just greens, so you could pop them with a big bloom, but they are arrangements as opposed to individual flowers that, you know, you need to build yourself. So the work is done for you, and there's corner pieces. Again, this blue sings to me. I love all the blues, and there's some with some geometry in there, and some of them are a bit purpley, and there's more colour tone in the ephemera to pop off of the back of the patterned paper. But here, again, really pretty oranges almost in that one. And then some more of these lilacs and greens, just greens. Again, there is obviously a lot of blue and dark purple in this kit, but I'm sure it wouldn't be very difficult at all to make a card that was just purely pink. And I'm sure if it's possible, Christy will manage. What with her love of all things pink. That's almost got like a violet in there, as does this one. And I think this one may be my favourite because it's got this sort of faux gold pattern in it, and it's just printed that way, so it's completely smooth. There's nothing that's going to reflect or come off. So if you send your cards off to the members of the forces, I know that they're not allowed to have any kind of glitter or shine on their cards. This is the sort of stuff that's ideal to use because it won't reflect, and that's the reason they can't have them. But all these lovely little bits of ephemera. So that's the ephemera. You've got the Sequin mix, which works very much into the colour palette of the kit. It's the really strong blues, greens, there's a little bit of pink in there, and there's a little bit of gold, and then like a gunmetal grey that just pulls that tone down somewhat. We have got ribbons, and these I think are really pretty, particularly the gold. This is my favourite. As always, you get 5, and they are in 1 metre lengths. So you get plenty of each, so you can wrap them around your card and tie bows and make tassels even. But you have gold, this lovely raspberry pink, a nice warm purple, a navy blue, and this is like an olive green. So really, really pretty ribbons. And we have, where to next? We have some charms, and these are in like a brushed sort of, it's not copper, but it's like an antique gold. But they've all got these tiny little holes in, so you could have them as swinging pendants from the cards if you wanted to. I mean, by all means, stick them with foam or multimedia mat or something to adhere them on, but otherwise you could have them moving around. But you've got a rose, and then sort of 4 of these open flowers, and then 2 butterflies, one that's quite ornate and one that's quite simple. But they are metal, so they sound really nice. They're authentic. They've got a good bit of weight to them. We have got some gems. Now, these I just think are super cute. They all peel up in one go. So, self-adhesive. Make sure you just get behind, and then when you peel, it will all come up and stick in one go. So it's not something that you need to pick them off and rearrange them to be exact. And you get 4 of those, and they're in these pearl, but they're kind of like hydrangeas, which was where the inspiration came from. And then also some dinky gems. Now, there are 3 different sized gems here. You've got 2, 3 and 4 mil, and they are ever so slightly iridescent. I'm hoping my camera shows that. They're not silver, they're not gold, but they're not like the petrol colour. They are an iridescent, so they will just cause that tiny, weeny little bit of shine to pop on your card if you want to have a little something special. Next up, we have some little bits and pieces, and so you have 9 wooden shapes. There are butterflies and there are flowers, and they're all cut. You've got one that's solid, and the rest of the butterflies are cut with these really pretty winged patterns. You have a leaf, last butterfly, and then you have a couple of blooms as well. But then you also have, bloom-wise, 3 of these lovely big glittered flowers with a pearl in the middle. And you also get 5 of these ever so dinky little ones as well. So you could create a bouquet or just use one, but they're really nice and sparkly. And you get all of those. Pop these down. And last but by no means least, in our super kit this year, we have the dies. Now, I have completely buried the stamp set, unfortunately. I apologise for that. However, there is a very, very, very big word. Let's see if we can get to a happy. Now, we have a die here saying lovely. So, instead of using happy, you could have a lovely birthday. Have a lovely day. Lovely wishes. Have a lovely anniversary. Have a lovely wedding. So it kind of extends your stamp set out if you switch out the happy for lovely. So we have the die for lovely. We have a very pretty dragonfly. And we also have a scripty font, because a lot of people struggle with sympathy cards. And thinking of you is, I think, a very kind way to send a sympathy card, because it's not negative. It's just that when someone's having a difficult time, knowing that they're being thought of is one of the kindest things you can send. So a thinking of you, I think, is a really useful sentiment to have. And we've got that in die form for this kit. So my lovelies, that is the Love from Lizi September Super Card Kit, full bloom. We have got a whole array of add-ons and recommended add-ons for things that you may already have in your stash from previous releases. And we do also have a very special re-release of a product. And I am going to sneak a card that I've made from this re-release very, very quickly. So I haven't made many cards for a very long time, to be honest. And I have been finding myself wanting to craft again. So I have picked up these things, and this is without a doubt our most requested product to have restocked. That's all I'm going to say about it. But you have to check the product release if you're interested. We will be cutting off shipping for add-ons on the 28th of August, because we have a bank holiday here. So 28th of August is the cut-off if you're a subscriber and you want everything to go in your kit box, which will start shipping from the 1st, which is Thursday this month. Well, next month now. I really hope you like the kits. If there's something that you really do like, let me know. If there's something you'd rather see in the kits going forward. This is drying back now nicely, so you can actually see a bit better the colour. It's just a really soft, it's almost like a hint of mint and aquamarine in there. But yeah, be able to make some really pretty backgrounds. I've had a lot of fun with ink splattering and smushing. This one, I've used pretty much these, but different colours, to be able to achieve this super shiny pattern here on this paper. Anyhow, I'm giving away all my secrets. I hope to see you in the next video. The design team will be making their cards and getting those videos up as soon as possible. I fully intend on making with this, like these colours, I have no excuse not to. It may not be a 10 card one kit video from me. I may just share it in my Facebook group or do a live video in the Facebook group. If you're not a member in there, please jump in and join. Everybody's really kind, and the inspiration is fabulous. So until next time, thank you very much and happy paper crafting. Bye.